I am Dr. Mary Jeanne Holt. I'm a chiropractic physician and a wellness instructor. I'm also the wellness manager here at the Dyersburg campus of HEXPOL Compounding. And I'm delighted to be back with you once again to continue our conversation about wellness. As you know, we have a wellness program here in Dyersburg. HEXPOL Chooses Wellness, and we're learning to align our body, mind, and spirit in order to obtain an optimal state of wellness and health. And I'm eager to share more information with you, the things that we're doing here in Dyersburg. So number one, what I want to discuss today has to do with success. In wellness, success equals happiness, and only you can make yourself happy. It is a choice for you to make every single day. And I'm really big on this one. Success really is more about happiness than about stuff. There's tons of research that's been done about this. And when researchers ask people, they keep saying, you know, what is it that is most important to you? And they go through all these different things. And finally, in the end, they say, I want to be happy. And that, to me, is success. It has nothing to do with material things. It has to do with just being happy. And in our society, unfortunately, we are conditioned to look outside of ourselves for reasons to be happy. Happiness is always something we're looking outside of ourselves. What is our situation? And we try to manipulate our circumstances to make ourselves happy. And this is totally not the smart thing to do, because life is always changing, circumstances are always changing. And in reality, happiness comes from within. Happiness is actually a choice that we make. And there's research, I know I've mentioned this to you before, research tells us that whatever we choose to do, if we start out being happy, we are going to be more successful in that endeavor, whatever it is, whether you're at work, whether you're playing, whether you're in the garden or on the computer or making a cake. If you start out in a happy mode, you are going to be more successful in your project. And there's a piece of art that we're going to show to you. I had this is a piece of wall art that I used at Dyersburg State. I used to teach nutrition at Dyersburg State for about 7 years. And I love this. It's got a picture of 2 cherries. So it's like the bowl of cherries. And the quote around it says, "We tend to seek happiness." And then you see the cherries, and down below it says, "When happiness is actually a choice." And I love this. It is so true. Happiness comes from within. And so I am suggesting for each of us that we practice choosing to be happy. Just like we choose what to wear when we get dressed in the morning, we can choose to be happy throughout the day. And it doesn't mean that we're not going to have challenges during the day. That's just part of normal living. But we can train our mind to reframe every situation that comes up so that we can still address what needs to be addressed, but we can do that without getting negative or going into worry or judgment or blame, because that shifts our energy, and then we start to create more unhappiness in our lives. And I'll mention this several times, and we'll get more into it as we go along, but I like to talk a lot about energy, and this has to do with quantum mechanics. It is the new physics, so this isn't woo-woo. The quantum mechanics teaches us that what is outside here that looks like it's empty space is not empty at all. It's actually a very intelligent energy field. And everything in the world of form, everything that we see, including our bodies, including the desk and the beautiful fruit and vegetables here, everything's made of energy. Even our thoughts and our emotions are energy. And that this energy field out here is always creating our future through our thoughts and emotions. So the more that we can stay positive in how we think and how we feel, we are going to be creating our future, a more positive future. And there tends to be a flow in the universe. This energy is always flowing through us. It is flowing around us. And there's a beautiful little flow to this energy that once you train your mind, your thoughts, your emotions to be more positive, your life experience becomes more of a flow. It becomes easier. And it's really worthwhile to put some attention into actually experiencing and playing around with what I'm telling you. in the end, your best teacher is your own personal experience. I can tell you about things, but don't take my word for it. What I want you to do is actually utilize, actually put into effect what I'm suggesting, because then you can know what I'm talking about. I've been working on these things for years, and I can tell you now that I am more and more confident that this is what happens, because it happens pretty much on a daily basis. I still have challenges, absolutely. I still have to have other people sometimes give me a bump up so that I can work at being happy. This happened to me just, I don't know, in the last 2 weeks. When I get tired, I tend to have thoughts of self-doubt, which kind of crept into my experience a couple of weeks ago. And one of my wellness team members had asked me a question, and I don't know, I had to ask him a question back because I was doubting myself about something. It wasn't anything significant. But what was amazing to me, because I had been trying to boost myself and talk positively to myself, he made one comment to me that he really appreciated the presentation that I had given that day, because he had missed one the week before. And he said, I really need this because it's really valuable to me. Boom, there went my energy way up, and then I was fine. For the rest of the day, even though I was feeling tired, I could talk myself into being happy. I talked myself into choosing to being happy. But it took a little help from my friend. So I want to acknowledge that even when you practice this, it's good to help each other. And it's good to pay attention to your co-workers or to your family members and your friends, because sometimes they need a little boost. And when it's someone that you know well, you'll know when it's appropriate to say something positive or something encouraging. You can change their day, and you can actually help them to give them just a little bit of energy so that they can, it can be easier for them to take it from there.